How to Create a Glitch Monologues Season 34 Chapter 7. This is Season 34 of How to Create a Glitch in the Matrix Monologues Episode 7. In this episode, we will be talking about the nature of the different levels of spatial multiplicity. Going back to the complete series, we talked about how there are 5 spatial plates, being the plate of spatial location, the plate of the face, hands, voice and posture. Each of these plates was understood to present a different narrative. I would like to explain with this podcast the nature of the layers of multiplicity inherent to the spatial plates. To begin, the narratives expressed spatially by the body are layers which provide meaning to the expressive language we produce. The highest of these layers, expressed by the plate of the face, eyes, ears, is that of pure affirmation. Its expression manifests in an affirmatory response to our intersubjective involvement with others. In these narratives, our expressed language generates an affirmatory response to our impulses and the impulses inculcated by others. In other words, at this level, we affirm our own responses to others' narratives, while acting physically upon those narratives spatially. The next level, which manifests through the expressed language of the voice, represents dissonant affirmation. Which is to say that the narratives expressed represent an affirmatory response internally to the narratives of others, while action upon them is met with negation. This produces a kind of dissonant consensuality, wherein our experience of the other is bifurcated. The next level is the plate of posture, which corresponds to dissonant negation. In this, the internal narratives of the other are negated both internally and in practice, producing a dissonant consensuality where those impulses are expressed. Finally, the last level is that of our non-consensual narratives, expressed through the plate of the hands. These are the reactive dialectical emotionality of the other in response to our internal negating narratives. This manifests as multiplicity in the expressed hand language of the other. Now, each of these layers is complete, in that, it represents a complete overlay upon our experience of the other. It just becomes focused, so to speak, in the expressive language of the speaker through our direct interplay with them. Let me give you an example. Suppose you are seated in a living room talking to a friend. You observe her hand language, expressive of your non-consensual narratives, that is, reactive responses to your emotionality, her posture, expressive of some dissonant consensuality of negation of both your thoughts and action, her voice, expressive of some affirmational dissonant consensuality, her posture, expressive of dissonant negation, producing a dissonant consensuality, and her face, expressive of some affirmational narrative with respect to your thoughts and action. Each of these narratives represents a distinct narrative intersection between your thoughts and her expressive action. The expressive level of the meaning simply a reflection of whether you have negated or affirmed a particular impulse. This is a cross-sectional description of the spatial plates of multiplicity expressed through another. That's the end of the podcast for today. If you enjoyed it, please like, comment and subscribe.